Backstory part 2. I've been plotting and planning since last time. I just literally, like 20 minutes before this, finished my reread of this book. So it is right here. It's right here.
Yeah, it's not going to be there for me.
Well, don't worry. I made a little. I can do some memory jogging. All right, we've got Wow in the house. We've got Watson in the house. Okay, so we've got some peeps. So, guys, we're here for backstory part 2. Brain has no idea what book we're talking about. We had no idea we were going to be twins. That's amazing because that's just how we roll. So, let me give you a little intro here. So I just finished the reread of this book. So I've made lots of little questions and notes things here, so we can rock and roll this out. And might have to jog Brain's memory a little bit. I bet this one's going to come back, though. I bet this one's going to come back. All right, yeah. This is a 2017 release. So this is back in the archives here a little bit. And I could have done a little bit more to look the part, but then I feel like that would have given it away like way too much. This is also a book that
look the part.
This is also a book that has a pending sequel, I believe. So, you know, there's always an ulterior motive to Kat's plans here.
Daddy's girl. Daddy's girl.
You got it.
All right, this will be easy.
Okay, yeah, so we are talking about Daddy's Girl tonight.
Okay.
Which this was, dude, I forgot how intense this book was.
So did I.
And yeah. So, diving in here. Let's just go in full throttle. So this book, Daddy's Girl, what inspired this book and this topic? Because this one was a little wild.
Yeah. Part of my grad school, no one's going to believe me, but I don't care. This is the facts. Wanda probably won't even believe me. Part of my grad school training, we were required to like do different, I'm gonna say this as like simply as I can, but we needed to try different types of therapy. And that included sex therapy. The first day of sex therapy class, we had to write every single word we could for penis on a board in front of a professor we'd never met. Same thing for vagina. Oh yeah, it was fun. I'm like, nice to meet you. I don't want to play this game. But the reason we did that was to get comfortable with this, because if you can do it in front of a class, then you can do it in front of a client, which you need to. Because believe it or not, maybe you do believe it, but my degree is in marriage and family therapy. So marriage, you would hope there's sex happening, or maybe there isn't, and that's why they're there. But you got to do sex therapy, whether you want that to be your specialty or not. The professor was like, well, I need one person that's going to do this with these clients. Now, in therapy school, there's a mirror. Like, you can't see a client alone. It's unethical. You have to have a supervisor who's licensed behind the mirror. So clients that come to these clinics where students work sign a liability form, and on that form it says, look, you're going to be basically watched by professors, and in my case, a team behind the mirror. Now that was fine. No stress at all. You've got your whole cohort behind a mirror with your professor grading you on how you're dealing with, in this case, ED. So I'm like, oh, this is so much fun. Can I please just quit my life? But, you know, I was too deep in the program. Walks in, and I'm like, oh, God, please, she's on a leash. Like, walk the dog. And I'm like, okay, now don't laugh. Now, Erin has no poker face. So I'm like, I'm trying to be like mad cash, like, how the hell? No, it wasn't so much, I don't care, whatever, leash yourself, whatever, I don't care, I'm so not judgmental. But my thing is, what was making me like, really, can I not do this, is I'm being graded on how I respond to this leash situation. And apparently there are problems in the relationship. And the stories they talk, like every week, I'm just like, Thursday, 3 o'clock, get here. Because you want to hear what the hell these two are up to. I mean, it's fascinating. And honestly, it's kind of like Freak. It took that client for me to be like, yo, you better get more open-minded. This kind of was the same way. I was like, you know, one day they came in without the leash, and I was like, is this a marital problem? So yeah. Oh, that was a long way around that answer.
Wow,
Okay.
but hey, that's what we're looking for with
Yeah,
the backstory.
right.
We need to know where this comes from. So yeah,
Somebody's
so that
baby girl
sparked.
hashtagging.
So yeah, so that sparked it off.
That was easier than blue. I don't know why. Just maybe because I'm used to it now. I'm like, all right, just accept it. The worst part is you're not going to remember the book, but otherwise, whatever.
Well, see, I made it easy. Well, try to make it easier because I just read it, so I could kind of like,
Yeah.
I
Coach me through it. Remember that one part? Oh, sure, cat.
I had read Something Blue as recently, so it wasn't quite as fresh, but I knew there was a damn Russia connection, and I was finding that Russia connection. Like, we were talking about Russia, one way or the other.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, gosh. See, but you do this to us because you get these stories and you get us all hooked and into it, and then poof, there's going to be a sequel. Well, where the hell is it? Because clearly. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning into our second backstory. Make sure you get your copy of Daddy's Girl so you'll be ready for Daddy's Trash because that's going to be incredible. So yeah, read that. See what I'm talking about with all these clashing things. It's really amazing. And my brain will be cooking up what we're going to do next month for backstory. So be afraid.
That one was easy, though. I like that one. All right. Good job.
And who knows what the wardrobe will be. I'll have to find something that works. So
and I'll somehow walk into it. They're never going to believe us, but we really didn't. I mean, and at least we know.
If this happens again, then it's totally a thing. Like, that is it. Like, y'all.
Yeah, like the sisterhood of the connected brains. Yeah.
Oh,
you're welcome, Michelle. Thank you for being here. It's nice. It's so much easier when there's actually people we can interact with rather than just, although Kat and I could do this solo for hours because we're us, but yeah. All right.